Have you ever felt that nagging pain in your legs when getting out of bed or after walking a few meters? If so, you are not alone. Recent research shows that more than 70% of people over the age of 60 suffer from leg pain that limits their mobility. But what few people know is that this pain is not just a sign of aging. It can be a warning of something much more serious: progressive muscle weakness, also known as sarcopenia. Doctors are alarmed because this problem is becoming a true silent epidemic among the elderly. And the most worrying thing, many of these cases could be prevented or reversed simply by adjusting your daily diet. There are 3 specific foods that are affordable and easy to include in your diet that can transform the health of your legs and restore your independence. If you want to understand how these foods work and why they are so essential for keeping your legs strong and healthy, keep watching until the end. Before continuing, make sure you are all ready. Subscribe to the channel and activate the bell to receive more valuable content about health and quality of life. This video may be exactly what you need to change your routine and regain your mobility. Now let's dive into what's really going on with the legs of older people and how this process can be combated. Science tells us that muscle weakness after age 60 is not just a matter of natural aging, but rather the result of a process called sarcopenia, the progressive loss of muscle mass. Studies from Harvard University indicate that we begin to lose about 3% to 5% of our muscle mass every decade after age 30. However, this loss accelerates dramatically after age 60, doubling in intensity. The initial signs may seem small and almost unnoticeable: fatigue when climbing short stairs, difficulty getting up from a chair without support, a feeling of heaviness in your legs even after short walks, or that nagging pain that starts as an annoyance and soon becomes part of your daily life. Have you ever noticed how your legs feel weaker at the end of the day, or how carrying a simple shopping bag seems to take much more effort than before? These are not just normal symptoms of aging. They are alarms from your body asking for your attention. What few doctors explain, however, is that this muscle loss goes far beyond a simple issue of physical strength. It directly compromises balance, slows down metabolism, and even weakens the immune system. According to Dr. Roberta Martins, head geriatrician at Hospital São Paulo, muscle weakness in the legs is the first domino that, when it falls, triggers a series of health problems in the elderly. A clear example is the case of Dona Aparecida, 72, a retired teacher who had always been extremely active. She began to notice difficulties climbing to the 2nd floor of her daughter's house. Within a few months, she was relying on handrails for any stairs and avoided going out alone for fear of falling. What she didn't know was that her seemingly healthy diet was critically deficient in specific nutrients that her muscles desperately needed. The Brazilian Society of Geriatrics and Gerontology warns that more than 80% of elderly people do not consume the appropriate amount of proteins and micronutrients essential for muscle maintenance. This means that even those who eat well may be suffering from silent muscle hunger. Their muscle tissue is literally wasting away due to the lack of specific substances that do not reach the cells in the necessary quantities. After the age of 60, our bodies undergo a silent transformation that few doctors can explain clearly. Muscle cells, which used to regenerate easily, begin to lose this ability at an alarming rate. This is because the body produces fewer hormones such as testosterone and growth hormone, which are essential for maintaining muscle mass. It is as if the factory that builds your muscles has its production drastically reduced without warning. Scientists call this process sarcopenia, a Greek word that literally means poverty of the flesh. And that's no exaggeration. Every year after age 65, you could lose between 1% and 3% of your muscle mass if you don't do something about it. Think of it like a savings account that's being withdrawn daily without any deposits. Over time, the account simply empties, and the results are devastating for your mobility and independence. The most worrying thing is that this process is virtually painless. At first, you won't feel your muscles disappearing. You'll just notice that everyday tasks like climbing stairs or getting up from a chair gradually become more difficult. The good news is that, unlike some age-related conditions, sarcopenia can be stopped and even reversed with proper nutrition. But why are the legs the first to show signs of weakness? The answer lies in the way we live in the modern world. As we age, we naturally reduce activities that require leg strength. We walk less, avoid stairs, and spend more time sitting. This behavior creates a vicious cycle. The less we use these muscles, the faster they atrophy. What's more, the muscles in the legs also suffer first because they depend on efficient blood circulation. As we age, our peripheral circulation, especially in the lower limbs, tends to deteriorate. It's like trying to water a garden with a hose full of holes. No matter how much water you send, it simply doesn't reach the extremities with the same force. This reduced blood flow means fewer nutrients and oxygen reach the muscle cells in your legs, which accelerates their deterioration. What's more, your leg muscles are constantly challenged by gravity. They work against this constant force whenever you stand or move. As you age, this daily battle against gravity slowly fades away as your muscles don't receive the nutrients they need to rebuild themselves. Studies from the Federal University of Sao Paulo show that leg strength decreases twice as fast as arm strength in people over 70. This is a clear warning about where we should focus our attention. The first sign that is usually ignored by almost everyone is the increasing difficulty in getting up from a chair or sofa without using your hands for support. This seemingly simple movement is, in fact, a powerful indicator of the health of your leg muscles. Geriatric doctors use this test to assess the muscle strength of their patients. If you have had to push yourself up with your hands to get up, now is the time to pay attention. Your muscles are silently crying for help. Premature fatigue during short walks is another sign. Have you ever noticed how distances that used to be easy to walk now feel like marathons? Or how you need to stop to rest your legs after walking around the mall or grocery store? This is because your weakened muscles have to work much harder to perform the same tasks. It's like driving a car with the handbrake partially engaged. The engine has to work much harder to move the vehicle. The third and most worrying sign is unsteadiness when walking, especially on uneven surfaces. If you've been feeling more unsteady walking on sidewalks or holding on to the handrail more tightly when going downstairs, your leg muscles are no longer providing the stability you need. This instability is particularly dangerous because it directly precedes falls, which are the sixth leading cause of death among older adults in Brazil. Dr. Carlos Weira from the Brazilian Geriatric Society states that more than 85% of falls in the elderly are directly related to leg muscle weakness, a problem that could be avoided with proper nutrition. Now that we understand the problem better, it's time to learn about the 3 foods that can transform the health of your legs. Are you ready to find out what might be missing from your daily diet? Now that we understand the devastating impact of leg muscle weakness, it's time to talk about the most accessible and powerful solution: nutrition. Many people believe that aging with leg pain and limitations is inevitable, but the truth is that many of these problems can be reversed simply by adjusting what you put on your plate each day. The right nutrients are like the building blocks of your muscles. Without them, your body doesn't have the materials it needs to rebuild and maintain muscle strength. And here's the kicker: protein, vitamin D, omega-3s, calcium, and other specific micronutrients play complementary roles that go far beyond simply fueling your body. They work together to combat chronic inflammation, improve nutrient absorption, and strengthen neuromuscular connections. But why is nutrition even more important than just aging naturally? The answer lies in how our bodies process nutrients as we get older. After age 60, our digestive systems become less efficient, which means we need not only a balanced diet, but also foods rich in bioavailable nutrients, those that our bodies can easily absorb, even with all the age-related changes. For example, many older adults consume protein, but it often comes from sources that are difficult to digest or of poor biological quality. The result? Their muscles remain hungry even though they are consuming enough calories. That's exactly why choosing the right foods and combining them strategically makes all the difference. Unfortunately, studies show that more than 80% of older adults in Brazil are critically deficient in nutrients essential for muscle health. These include high-quality protein, calcium, vitamin D, and omega-3s. These deficiencies create a kind of silent muscle starvation, where the body simply doesn't get what it needs to stay strong and functional. And here's an important caveat: this nutritional deficiency isn't happening because seniors are neglecting their diet. Many people follow seemingly healthy diets, but still fail to provide their bodies with the building blocks needed to maintain muscle strength. This is because most people don't know which nutrients are truly essential after age 60, or how to incorporate them into their daily lives. Let's look at a real-life example. Mrs. Maria Helena, 68 years old, had always followed a diet based on soups, cooked vegetables, and whole grain bread. She thought she was doing enough to take care of her health. However, little by little, she began to have difficulty climbing stairs and even walking short distances. After a nutritional assessment, she discovered that her diet, although light and healthy, was extremely deficient in high-quality proteins and anti-inflammatory fats. By adjusting her diet, incorporating the 3 foods we will detail in this video, she regained mobility and energy in just a few weeks. The problem is that many people wait until they feel pain or fall to start paying attention to these signs. But imagine how different it would be if you could prevent this cycle before it even starts. That's the power of preventative nutrition. It's not just about treating symptoms, it's about building a more resilient body that's prepared for the challenges of aging. Here's another surprising truth. Your nutritional needs increase with age, not decrease. Between the ages of 60 and 70, you need about 1 gram of protein per kilogram of body weight daily. For a 150-pound person, that's about 70 grams of protein per day. After age 70, that need increases to 1.2 to 1.5 grams per kilogram of body weight, especially for those who are already showing signs of advanced sarcopenia. This increased demand occurs because the body develops what scientists call anabolic resistance, an increasing difficulty in converting protein into muscle. It's like your car's engine needs more fuel to travel the same distance. Without this extra supply of nutrients, your muscles start to lose ground quickly. Now think about this. How many times a week do you eat high-quality protein-rich foods? If the answer is less than 3 times, you're probably feeling the effects of this deficiency, even if you don't realize it yet. Every meal is an opportunity to strengthen or weaken your body. The choice is literally on your plate. But here's the good news. You don't have to radically change your diet overnight. Small adjustments can make a big difference. For example, adding eggs to your breakfast, replacing processed desserts with plain yogurt, or including sardines in a weekday meal are simple changes that anyone can implement. In the next chapters, we'll detail exactly what these 3 powerhouse foods are: eggs, plain yogurt, and sardines, and how to consume them correctly to achieve impressive results. But before we get to that, remember that each food works as part of a larger system. It's the combination of these nutrients that creates a synergistic effect, amplifying their benefits for muscle health. Are you ready to discover how these foods can transform the health of your legs and give you back your independence? Keep reading as we dive into the details of each of them and explain why they are so essential for keeping your legs strong and healthy. We've reached the heart of this video, the 3 foods you can eat every day to transform your leg health and restore your mobility. But before we reveal these powerful allies, I want to extend a special invitation. Tell us in the comments what the biggest challenge you face today regarding your leg strength is. Is it fatigue when climbing stairs? Difficulty getting up? Or perhaps a persistent pain that seems to have no solution? Your answer may help others who are going through the same situation, and it also gives us the chance to bring you more personalized content. Now, let's get straight to the point. These aren't expensive supplements or complicated diets that will save your muscles. These are simple, affordable foods that you can easily find at your local supermarket. They've been chosen based on scientific evidence and their unique ability to provide the nutrients your muscles need after age 60. Let's break each one down and explain why they're so powerful. Egg, the perfect building block. First up, we have the egg, considered by scientists to be one of the most complete sources of high-quality protein available. But what makes the egg so special? It contains all the essential amino acids your body needs to rebuild muscle, and is also rich in choline, a nutrient that is crucial for neuromuscular connections. This means that it not only helps to strengthen muscles, but also improves communication between the brain and muscles, ensuring more precise and coordinated movements. Studies from the University of Illinois show that elderly people who regularly consume eggs have a muscle synthesis rate up to 40% higher than those who do not include this food in their diet. In addition, egg yolks are rich in antioxidants such as lutein and zeaxanthin, which combat chronic inflammation, one of the main causes of muscle deterioration. Best of all, eggs are versatile and economical. You can eat them boiled, scrambled, in omelets, or even added to soups. The recommendation is to include at least 1 or 2 eggs per day, preferably at breakfast when the body is most receptive to absorbing nutrients. Plain yogurt, the secret to nutritional absorption. Next up, we have plain yogurt, especially the full-fat, sugar-free kind. Many people don't know this, but yogurt is much more than just a source of calcium. It contains probiotics, live microorganisms that improve gut health, and, consequently, the absorption of essential nutrients for your muscles. A healthy gut is essential for combating muscle weakness because it ensures that the nutrients in food are actually used by the body. In addition, natural yogurt is rich in calcium and phosphorus, minerals that work together to strengthen bones and muscles. A study published in the Journal of Gerontology showed that elderly people who consumed natural yogurt daily had a 25% improvement in muscle strength compared to those who did not include it in their diet. To maximize the benefits, choose full-fat natural yogurts and avoid processed versions full of sugar. You can combine it with fruit, granola, or even use it as a base for light sauces. A serving of 150 to 200 grams per day is enough to make a difference. Sardines, the complete package against sarcopenia. Finally, we have sardines, a true complete package of nutrients that combat age-related muscle loss. Sardines are rich in high-quality protein, vitamin D, and omega-3, a powerful combination that attacks muscle weakness from multiple angles. Vitamin D, for example, is essential for the absorption of calcium and phosphorus, while omega-3 reduces chronic inflammation and improves muscle function. Studies indicate that elderly people with adequate levels of vitamin D are 30% less likely to develop sarcopenia. And here's the big difference. Sardines are one of the few natural food sources of vitamin D in addition to being extremely affordable. Additionally, the omega-3 found in sardines helps preserve muscle plasticity, allowing your muscles to respond better to daily stimuli. This means that even with simple activities like walking or climbing stairs, your muscles will be better prepared to rebuild and strengthen themselves. To incorporate sardines into your routine, you can eat them canned, preferably in water or olive oil, or fresh, baked or grilled. A portion of 80 to 100 grams 3 times a week is enough to obtain all of their benefits. How these foods work together. But the real power of these 3 foods lies in how they complement each other. While eggs provide the building blocks for muscle, plain yogurt ensures that these nutrients are well absorbed, and sardines combat inflammation and strengthen neuromuscular connections. It's like assembling a team of experts where each member has a unique role, but they all work together to achieve the same goal: strong, healthy legs. Think of it like a symphony. Each instrument sounds great individually, but it's the harmony between them that creates something truly transformative. When you eat these 3 foods regularly, you're creating a solid foundation for maintaining your mobility and independence. And you know what's even more amazing? These foods are easy to find, inexpensive, and can be adapted to suit any dietary preference. You don't need to spend a fortune on supplements or follow restrictive diets. Just make small changes to what you're already used to eating. In the next few chapters, we'll explore practical strategies for combining these foods effectively and getting the most out of their benefits. But before we continue, let me reiterate, these 3 foods can be the game changer on your pain-free walking journey. They're simple, affordable, and scientifically proven. If you're ready to take the first step towards stronger legs and a more active life, keep watching. The next chapter will show you exactly how to combine them and when to consume them for impressive results. Now that you know the 3 essential foods, eggs, natural yogurt, and sardines, it's time to learn how to combine them in a practical and efficient way to maximize their benefits. After all, it's not enough to just consume these foods. When and how you eat them also make all the difference. Before we continue, I want to ask you a special favor. If this content is being useful to you or someone you love, click the like button right now. Your interaction helps this video reach more people and transform more lives. Let's start with a simple truth. Your body is not a machine that works the same way all the time. It has specific times when it is most receptive to absorbing nutrients and using them to rebuild muscle. These times are called anabolic windows, and taking advantage of them can make all the difference in your journey to stronger legs. Restorative breakfast, eggs, sardines plus olive oil. The first strategic moment is right after waking up, between 6 and 8 a.m. During the night, your body enters a mild state of catabolism, where it begins to break down muscle tissue to use as energy. This means that when you wake up, your muscles are starved for nutrients. The solution? A power breakfast that combines 2 scrambled eggs, a spoonful of shredded sardines, and a teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil. This combination provides fast-absorbing protein from the eggs, anti-inflammatory omega-3s from the sardines, and healthy fats from the olive oil, creating the perfect fuel to start your day. Plus, the olive oil helps with the absorption of vitamin D from the sardines, a nutrient that's crucial for muscle health. If you're thinking, this sounds weird, don't worry. Many seniors who have tried this combination have reported impressive results within a few weeks. Mrs. Helena, 75, told us that after including this breakfast 3 times a week, she was able to walk to the bakery without feeling tired in her legs for the first time in months. Strengthening snack, natural yogurt plus sardines plus fresh herbs. The second critical moment is the afternoon snack, ideally between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. This is a time when many older adults experience a natural drop in energy and begin to lose muscle mass rapidly. To combat this, we suggest a strengthening snack that combines half a pot of natural Greek yogurt, a tablespoon of drained sardines in oil, and fresh herbs such as parsley or chives. This combination may seem unusual at first glance, but its benefits are extraordinary. The probiotics in the yogurt enhance the absorption of the sardines' nutrients, while the fresh herbs add a touch of flavor and anti-inflammatory properties. One 78-year-old follower shared with us that after including this mix as an afternoon snack for just 2 weeks, she was able to climb stairs pain-free for the first time in 3 years. The secret here is in the synergy between the foods. The yogurt acts as a carrier for the nutrients in the sardines, ensuring that they reach the muscle cells efficiently. In addition, the calcium in the yogurt and the omega-3 in the sardines work together to reduce inflammation that weakens muscles. Complete dinner. Omelet with yogurt, sardines, and spinach. Finally, dinner is a crucial time to promote muscle recovery during sleep. Here's a suggestion. Make a creamy omelet filled with shredded sardines, chopped tomatoes, and spinach. To make the omelet even more nutritious, add a tablespoon of plain yogurt when you beat the eggs. This not only makes the texture smoother, but also preserves the beneficial probiotics. This dish provides all the essential nutrients in one meal. High-quality protein from eggs, omega-3s and vitamin D from sardines, antioxidants from spinach, and calcium from yogurt. Eating this combination before bed creates a steady stream of amino acids throughout the night, which is especially important for people over 65. Mrs. Teresina, 84, told us that after including this omelet in her dinner 3 times a week, she noticed a significant improvement in the strength of her legs. Getting my legs back was like gaining wings again, she said excitedly. Right times to maximize benefits. But why are these specific times so important? Research from the University of Nottingham shows that older bodies have a reduced anabolic window, or limited periods where muscle building is maximized. In addition to breakfast, lunch, and dinner, there are 2 other key times you should consider. After light exercise, even if it's just a short walk or doing chores, eating a serving of plain yogurt 30 minutes after exercise can be up to 40% more effective for muscle recovery than at other times. This is because your muscle cells are starving for nutrients during this time. Before bed, feeding a slow digesting protein source such as plain yogurt about 2 hours before bedtime creates a steady stream of amino acids throughout the night. Studies show that this can increase muscle protein synthesis by up to 22% during sleep. Think of your bed as a nighttime repair shop. You need to provide yourself with all the tools you need before the job begins. Small adjustments, big results. To ensure these combinations are easy to follow, here are some practical tips. Prepare in advance. Cook eggs and sardines at the beginning of the week and keep them in the refrigerator for easy consumption on busy days. Use suitable utensils. If you have difficulty cracking eggs due to arthritis or tremors, there are yolk separators and egg crackers available at home improvement stores. Soften flavors. For those who find yogurt too acidic, try adding a small spoonful of honey or cinnamon. For sardines, mash them well and mix them with mashed potatoes or pumpkin to soften the flavor. With these strategies, it's much easier to incorporate these powerful foods into your daily routine. And the best part, you don't have to radically change your diet overnight. Small, consistent changes lead to big transformations. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to further amplify the benefits of these foods with complementary habits like sun exposure and mini resistance exercises. But before we go any further, remember, every meal is an opportunity to strengthen your muscles and regain your independence. Don't wait until you're in pain or have a fall to start taking care of your leg health. If this content is helping you better understand how to take care of your health. Don't forget to click the like button right now. Your interaction is essential for us to continue bringing you valuable content like this. Until the next chapter, now that you know the 3 essential foods and how to combine them to strengthen your legs, it's time to talk about how to further enhance their benefits with simple daily habits. These adjustments may seem small, but together they create a huge impact on muscle health and quality of life. Sun exposure, natural vitamin D. The first complementary habit is sun exposure. Did you know that the body naturally produces vitamin D when your skin comes into contact with sunlight? And this is not just a scientific curiosity, it is a powerful tool to amplify the effects of sardines, which are rich in vitamin D. Studies show that combining the intake of foods rich in vitamin D with sun exposure increases the absorption of this nutrient by up to 30%. The ideal is to expose yourself to the sun for 15 to 20 minutes daily, preferably in the early morning or late afternoon when UVB rays are less intense. If possible, expose areas of the body such as the arms, legs, and face. In addition to activating vitamin D, this practice improves mood and regulates sleep, contributing to more efficient muscle recovery during the night. Mini resistance workouts after protein meals. Another powerful habit is to perform small resistance exercises right after eating a protein-rich meal. This can be as simple as standing up and sitting down from a chair 10 to 15 times, or standing on your toes for a few seconds. These gentle movements signal your body to use the protein you just consumed to rebuild muscle, especially in your leg muscles. Dr. Carlos Ugo, a geriatric physical therapist, explains that a simple 2-minute exercise after a high-protein meal can increase muscle protein synthesis by up to 25%. In other words, these mini workouts not only help your muscles make better use of nutrients, but they also speed up your recovery. For example, Donna Olympia, 79, started doing these exercises after breakfast and lunch. In just 3 weeks, she noticed that climbing stairs became a much easier task. "I never imagined that something so simple could make such a difference," she said. Proper hydration, the invisible fuel. Finally, we cannot ignore the importance of hydration. Dehydration is extremely common among the elderly and can significantly reduce the effectiveness of nutrients present in food. A well-hydrated body better absorbs the proteins, minerals, and vitamins that you consume, ensuring that they reach the muscle cells in the necessary quantities. One practical tip is to keep a water bottle visible at all times and establish fixed times to drink water throughout the day. For example, drink a glass when you wake up, another before lunch, one in the middle of the afternoon, and another before bed. This not only keeps your body hydrated, but also creates a routine that is easy to follow. Don Roberto Almeida, a geriatrician, emphasizes that good hydration can improve nutrient absorption by up to 20%, in addition to reducing the feeling of muscle fatigue. It's like lubricating a machine so that it works without friction. Small changes, big results. These complementary habits, sun exposure, mini resistance exercises, and adequate hydration, are easy to incorporate into your daily routine and don't require much effort. Together, they amplify the benefits of the 3 essential foods, creating a powerful synergy that restores strength and mobility to your legs. In the next chapter, we'll consider the cost-benefit of these foods and habits compared to conventional medications and treatments. But before we do, I want to leave you with an important message. Aging with mobility and independence is an affordable and viable choice. Small, consistent changes can transform your life in surprising ways. If this content is useful to you, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your interaction is essential for us to continue bringing you valuable content like this. Until the next chapter, we have reached the most important moment of this journey, the choice to invest in your physical independence and quality of life. When we talk about the 3 essential foods, eggs, natural yogurt, and sardines, and the complementary habits we have discussed, we are talking about something much bigger than just nutrition. We are talking about a conscious decision to age with mobility, strength, and autonomy. Many people believe that expensive medications or treatments are the only solution to regaining leg health. However, the cost of these 3 foods is incredibly affordable. They are cheap and easy to find, making this nutritional strategy one of the most cost-effective ways to take care of your muscle health, compared to spending on anti-inflammatories, physical therapy, or even worse, Hospitalizations after a fall, these foods are a minimal investment for a maximum return. Maria Aparecida, 76, shared with us that she used to spend almost $180 per month on medication for leg pain. After 3 months of following this simple diet, she not only eliminated medication but also reduced her spending significantly. The real cost is in ignoring the health of your muscles now and paying the price of physical dependence in the future. If this video brought value to you or someone you love, be sure to subscribe to the channel right now. Activate the bell to receive more content that can transform your health and independence. Remember, your best years are not in the past. They are in the present and in the future that you are building with each food choice. Until the next video, where we will continue to bring practical solutions for a healthier and more active life.